Your Baby Boomer from Boston here with a comprehensive review of MD Hearing Aid.
There's this thing called the Over-the-Counter Hearing Aid Act that came into place October 17, 2022. The price, which seemed to average $1,500 to $6,000 for a prescription of hearing aids, now you can buy over the counter at under $500. So my focus in my review was to find hearing aids that were under $500. What was the most prominent? What had the best reviews? What had been well established? The one company for over the counter that showed up the most was a company called MDHearing. They have 4 different versions.
The Neo XS being the smallest at $397. The Volt being the most popular, also at $397. The Air and the Neo are $297. The Volt is the only one that has what they term intelligent noise reduction. Volt is the only one that comes with dual directional microphones. And then battery life, the Volt has the most at 20 hours, while the other ones each come in respectively 18 hours or 17 hours or 16 hours of charge time. Dual directional microphones, one there and one there. Easy volume dial, 4 program settings, recharge right here.
I ordered them, the $397, and I asked them, are you offering any discount? And they said, well, sure, we're offering $39.70 discounts. My price came to $357.30 for my hearing aids. And here's what I got. And then inside, we have a user's manual. We have this Read Me First, Road to Better Hearing. We have the hearing aids container right there. And then we have this cleaning tool. And then we have the plug. So it says here, unlike eyeglasses where everything comes into focus once you put them on, hearing is a more nuanced process. You will be hearing many new sounds, which I can say is true. I hear things that I didn't expect to hear. I can tell you, I can hear the blinker in my car now. The blinker, you know, the directional signal, the blinker. Before, we could be driving down the road. The passenger next to me can look over and say, hey, you know, your blinker's been going for like 10 minutes there. You gonna shut it off? I'd always be embarrassed. Say, yeah, I know. I'm leaving it on for the next time I turn left. It says you'll be hearing many new sounds. Oh, I hear birds now. I hear birds like a lot of birds. Footsteps. I can hear my footsteps. I can hear your footsteps. I can hear anyone's footsteps around me now. My hearing is moderate. I mean, it's not bad. I can hear most things. My family has been used to talking loudly around me. So as soon as I put these in, I had to ask my wife if she could talk a little softer. It says here, you'll be hearing many new sounds, and it can take your brain time to adjust. After a few weeks, you'll be amazed at what you've been missing. And then it gives me 3 weeks of what's going to happen. Week 1, some sounds may seem too loud, which I just described. The TV, we have the volume up at say 28 so I can hear it. I'm able to turn it down to 22, which is what the rest of my family listens to it at. So that's nice. It's probably nicer for them than it is for me. It says when you first start wearing your hearing aids, some sounds may seem too loud, such as a refrigerator humming, paper crinkling, or your footsteps or your own voice. Yeah, my voice is louder. So this is the case, and there they are. There's a volume button here. It goes from 0 to 3. I'm gonna put that on a 1.5 because that's what's been working pretty good for me. This setting here, when you push that once, it starts in what they call, there's 4 modes. It starts in mode 1, which is quiet mode. And it's for watching TV and time with family at home. And then the second one is time with friends, church, or small group meetings. The third one is what they call noisy. That's for large crowds, cafes, traffic, nature sounds, or high octave music. Then the fourth, what they call restaurants. Any loud environment where you need to hear directly in front of you, which is my biggest problem. In those noisy settings like parties or large gatherings, the more people that show up, the more chatter there is, the less I can hear. That's where I end up doing what a lot of us with hearing issues do. I start to smile. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. They could have told me that they just had a car accident and I'm smiling. Oh, yeah, tell me more. What did he say? So I'm always leaning over to the person next to me and I'm asking, what did they say? And they're feeding back information. So that's why I got these. So they give you a diagram showing you what all the components of it are. This is called the hearing aid body. This is what you can skip if you want to buy the Neo XS or the regular Neo. But you know, again, the battery power isn't as long, and I don't think that the features, the volume and so forth is as good. This is a stabilizer bar. So this goes like this. I can do this pretty good now, even with the glasses on. So it just goes in, and that stabilizer bar goes inside the ear like that. So you can see what that looks like, hopefully. The charge is 2 hours to charge. That's pretty good. You plug it in for 2 hours and you get 20 hours of use out of it. They say to separate this tube counterclockwise. Yeah, okay. This goes in there. You can see that going through the tube. It's going to come right out the other end. Okay. And then you wipe that off, the tip of it, and you pull it back. They also recommend buying replacement parts, this tube and this tip, and they recommend replacing them 4 times a year, and they say change every 3 months. They are $35 for a replacement set. So 4 times a year, that's going to be $140 in maintenance costs, I guess, that I'll be spending to keep these clean. Now for charging these, and the left goes in there, and then I do the same with the right. This plugs in the back, and then I can either plug this directly into a USB connection like on my PC. I can plug that in to this wall outlet like that. The light in the middle indicates it's charging. When they're fully charged, they'll turn green. So there is the BTE, which is what this is, behind the ear, ITE or ITC, in the ear or in the canal, and they're both very small and probably almost nobody would notice that you're wearing them. So there's a trade-off there. I decided that I really wanted to be able to hear as good as I can for the least amount of money possible. But my overall impression is that I can hear a lot of things a lot better. I would much rather start with these and see how they can do before I would spend the thousands required for prescription and audiologist testing. Well, it's been 4 weeks now, and overall, I'm pleased with my purchase. I did reach out to customer support. It took them a few days, but they did reply, apologize for being late with the reply, and they provided a thoughtful, detailed, and professional response. Because I thought for the money, maybe they wouldn't provide much support. They also send out regular emails with suggestions on things such as cleaning, adjusting, and fitting. They also have good literature with lots of good information. So I consider them a reputable company. They seem to stand by their products and they have a wealth of experience and knowledge. It's not a high-end hearing aid. It doesn't have Bluetooth capability. It's not connecting to my phone, but it has allowed my hearing to improve. I'm hearing things around me a lot clearer and louder than before. This is not a bad solution. This will help, I believe, and I think you can trust, based on my experience, that you're getting a good product for the money. If you like what you saw here, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your time.